And speaking of Cessna, it started deliveries of its Latitude business jet. And to bring the big bird to market, Cessna developed some new ways to build it. Here's more from Tom Horn.
Let's take an inside look at Textron's brand new Citation Latitude. As you can see, it's a mid-sized jet with moderately swept wings. It can fly passengers up to 2,850 nautical miles in style and comfort. Speeds of up to 0.8 Mach are possible, thanks to the Latitude's twin 5,907-pound thrust Pratt & Whitney engines. But now let's take a behind-the-scenes peek at how Latitudes are built.
We're excited about what we're calling Factory of the Future, and for us it's really 4 different elements. It's changing the way we design airplanes, and the Latitude is not just a small step, it's a giant step forward in how it's engineered. And because we're already in full rate production on the Latitude, and it's going together better than any airplane before. We're investing in new automated equipment in manufacturing of the detailed components. So investing in the fabrication, the tooling, changing how we assemble airplanes as well. But it's more than automation. It's converting our factory to one that's more digital. Now we're using that information to the operator on the factory floor, and they can see computer animated graphics of how to put the aircraft together. That's enabled us to go to market faster in Latitude than we've ever done before. The Latitude is a giant step towards our Factory of the Future, and we're excited about more new models coming in the future that will accelerate the pace of change in our factory. You know, these changes that we're making, ultimately, they benefit our customers. Our customers are going to see a better airplane than they've ever seen before. They're going to see fit and finish that meets ever-evolving expectations of our demanding customers, and I think they're going to be pretty excited about the products that we're delivering.
Draper takes us past the subassembly area, much of which is set aside for drilling and other detail work by robots.
So you can see a new concept. You know, nowhere else in our factory are we building airplanes vertically. Historically, that would all be down, laid down in a horizontal position. We thought it would work, you know, but we tried it, and the workforce really likes it. You can work longer hours without, you know, exhausting the body. So we're not only we get better quality, we get better productivity out of it. So.
Next, we met up with John Danduran, Director of Assembly Operations.
As we go forward throughout the line, you'll see the different major segments that come together on the aircraft. Standing in front of us, we have the tail cone. It's a 2-piece tail cone that comes together because of the size of the baggage area on the Latitude. So we have tools that will fuse mate or mate those sections together. Those sections then, as we go forward in the process, will meet up with the aft cabin and the forward cabin. So we build in different segments, and those all come together in what we call our fuse mate tool.
The wings are assembled vertically as well, in jigs that hold the spars, ribs, and other framework.
Once the spars and the webbing are put together, the wing skins are brought into the area. The wing skins then get fit to the spars, get drilled out and installed onto the wing frame. At this point, we've come down out of the large wing skins. The structure, the mechanical structure, is nearly complete at this stage. We'll begin installing plumbing and electrical systems into the wing. It'll move through a couple of other production steps, and before it leaves the wing area, we'll wet test as well as air test the wing to make sure that we have a solid fuel bay.
And now comes a moment of high drama. It's the wingmate, where a deft crane operator and other key assistants carefully lower the fuselage onto the wing assembly and insert the wing attach bolts. Wingmate is such a big deal that customers often come by to watch. No pressure on the workers here. Next, the tail is attached, and then the crane brings the Pratt & Whitney engines. Now comes the end of the line. The airplane is almost complete.
So this is position number 1.
Correct. This is the last stop before we go out the door. In this position, the structure of the aircraft is basically complete. All the systems have been installed, and the primary function of this position is to test all the systems, make sure that everything is operating properly before we go out to our flight department and get ready for first flight of the aircraft.
Tom Horn, AOPA Live.
Thanks, Tom. Next week, he'll show you what it's like to fly the Latitude, and you'll be able to read much more about it in the upcoming November issue of AOPA Pilot Turbine Edition.